I'm pretty excited to talk about this book that I have in my hand today. I finished it last night. Uh, it started off a little slow, but once I got into it, oh my gosh, I really could not put it down. Like, I was like hoping that my computer would load slowly so I could pick it up during work and read it. It was just one of those books. And this book is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Sorry, I forget authors' names. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This book came out like a while ago, I think. I think it was, I guess technically last year, but I started seeing it in 2011. And it was everywhere, and I almost got a copy via an ARC tour, but I was just like, at the last minute, I was like, I don't know, it doesn't really seem like something that would appeal to me. Like, I like Cinderella and all, but this whole cyborg thing, yeah. So I put it off until this year, and the reason I finally picked it up, again, so many people have given such great reviews for this book, and I knew, like, I had to get my hands on it. I had to just finally suck it up and read it, and I did, and I'm so happy, so thank you for giving it such great reviews. So Cinder takes place, I guess, yeah, I think it's in the future. It's in, like, the Eastern Commonwealth, which is, like, China. They're in New Beijing. And there's, like, a lot of Chinese things in here, which I think is pretty cool, like, various festivals because of the moon. So I like the fact that it, the author drew from current things and previous things and traditions and has put them all into this, like, futuristic type world. It's really exciting. And Cinder was an orphan who got into a really bad, I want to say plane crash, but that's not right. There's a special hovering plane. Oh, this is embarrassing. I don't remember what they're called. But she got into a really bad accident, and they had to, how they dealt with it, because she was so badly mangled, they had to add, like, metal, like a metal hand. She has, like, a metal foot. She has a lot of different things, like, in her spine. Like, she's a cyborg, I guess. Technically, that would be the best term. And in this society, cyborgs are looked down upon, and they're, like, troublemakers, and they can possibly have feelings, and Cinder doesn't have any tear ducts, so her stepmother uses that against her all the time, although it's technically not her stepmother. So she's orphaned after this crash, right? And this doctor comes and adopts her. She was in Europe, I guess, and then he brings her to the Eastern Commonwealth to live with his family, which is Aldi, I believe her name is, and then their daughters Peony and Pearl. And he dies, and so the mother gets guardianship, and she's like, I never understood why my husband did this to me, like, this isn't fair, I hate you, Cinder. Basically an evil stepmother type thing, except guardian. And she has one really evil stepsister, Pearl, and she's just a pain in the butt, and you can't stand her. But I feel like she could have been so much more evil, and I kind of wish she would have been. And then there is Peony, who actually likes Cinder, and Cinder really likes her too, and she gets sick, which is sad, and that brings me to the next part of this book. In Cinder, there's this terrible disease called ludomosas, I believe it is, and it's like this plague that was brought from the lunar planet, which is the moon. Lunar, yeah. So I guess some people settled on the moon, and they became kind of morphed and weird, and they have all these, like, powers, which is kind of cool. But some of them came to Earth, and they brought this plague, and the Earthens cannot find a cure to save their lives. And Peony ends up getting sick at the very beginning of the book. So yeah, there's, like, this whole, they're testing for this antidote and all this. There's so much going on. It's just really exciting. There's not a dull moment in this book. So another, like, side story with all of this, there's a prince named Kai, and he is the son of the emperor, who is very ill right now, and he may have to step in, and the Earthens are trying to do this whole peace treaty with the Lunars, because the Lunars are, like, they're so much more powerful, and they're crazy, so they're trying to join them together, I guess, and the evil queen, Lavanna, wants to marry Prince Kai, and there's that drama there too. And then Kai meets Cinder, and of course, you know, Cinderella, the prince. Yeah, so some of it was really, really predictable. Like, I was reading it, I'm like, oh, I know what the twist is gonna be, like, pretty early on. But it's like, usually that would bug me if it wasn't really well written. But this book was really well written, and it was a very entertaining read, and there's a lot going on, so I never really felt like I was bored or wanted to put it down. I'm really, really excited for Scarlet. It comes out next month, or I don't know when I'm going to post this, so it comes out February 2013, just in case I post this later. But yeah, I'm really excited to read Scarlet, and you guys, the Lunar Chronicles are so good. Based off book number 1, so good. So if you have any, like, if you like fairy tales and you like retellings, this is a really, really good one. It's very, very original. I've never read one like this at all, so yeah, read it. Cinder, Marissa Meyer. 5 out of 5 stars, for sure. You will not be bored. Okay, see ya.